everybody, and welcome to Paper Wishes Vlog. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today I have more of the Quintessential Conservatory collection from Paper Discovery to show you. For those of you who tuned in yesterday to our webisode, you saw that we had much more of this collection, and so today is just a continuation of that. So let me start off by showing you all the different pieces. This is the Quintessential Conservatory 8x8 Vellum pack. It's got all these wonderful pieces of vellum. So you've got the chandeliers and the windows. And this one has beautiful ivy. And I think there's also one that's got a stage curtain. Okay? This is wonderful vellum, I should mention. It's very thick, really, really beautiful, very well done. We've also got this embossing folder. This one's called the Decorative Ivy. Okay, I'm going to use that quite a bit. The Time to Celebrate die. This is the Conservatory Silhouette Figures die set. And this was the Interior Panels die set. And finally, the Plant Edition die set. So let me jump right in and show you what I did with this. All right, so this particular one relies on the Quintessential Conservatory die set that we featured in yesterday's webisode. It makes this wonderful three-dimensional shadow box that can just be plopped down like that for mailing. You can put it into a large manila envelope. So let me show you how this gets put together. Okay, so for those of you who saw the webisode yesterday, you know all about this, but we need to start making our base first. So we've got this piece right here, makes the back of the conservatory. And then if you take this piece right here and cut out a second one, and then cut out the center, you'll have this piece, which is front. And then you need to cut out two side pieces, just like this. All right, so I'm gonna put these together. Now, even though the side pieces are scored from the die, I like to take a bone folder and just make sure they've got a nice crease on those. All right, and we're gonna take a little bit of our Specialist acrylic glue. These little flaps on here are gonna go on the back of our conservatory. You just want to make sure the bottom is aligned. Okay, and you just turn this over. Little fold can give you a little trouble sometimes because it's so narrow. Okay, there's one side. And do the same on this side. This side pops off because I'm doing this on film. And then we're going to put a little bit of glue along the top edge here. And we're going to do the front part. Once we get this all assembled, then we can get to the fun bit of decorating the inside. Now this glue dries really quickly, so you really don't need to give it much longer than about 30 seconds. It's all set to go. Okay, so there we've got our conservatory box ready to go. And then you'll notice from the bottom here that there are two bars, 1 and 2. So this first bar is pretty wide, and it's going to get glued in towards the back. right here. And then our words, time to celebrate, actually have a bar built right into those. So that I first cut out of black cardstock, and then I cut it out again from silver linen, and then just cut the words out and glued those to the black, and then went ahead and glued the tabs on this side and this side. And then this other bar is right here, and then these wonderful dancing, silhouette dancing images like this. I cut these out of black cardstock, and all you needed to do is just glue them right there to that bar, and then they just stand up in a lovely way. And then I die cut this piece that's behind here, which you can barely see, and it's from our Snowfall paper pack. And I just wanted something that I could put the vellum over, and so I die cut that Snowfall using this die right here. And then I went ahead and put the curtain vellum over that, so you've got a nice little scene there. All right, and then here is another way to do this. All right, so many fun things to play with here. All right, so this one truly looks like a conservatory with all of the plants and a little place to sit. And these pieces came from here and from here. So the Quintessential Conservatory interior panels, this piece right here, which is this wonderful panel that has plants growing on it, I just went ahead and glued that inside around the bottom edge. See that? And it's glued to the back. Then I cut these bars from green pastel cardstock, and the chairs then are from tan. And then I just started assembling my little plants. And then this wonderful ivy piece, I just took some green ink, and this is Rainforest Green. It's a prism ink pad, and I just took a little blender brush. And then I just added a little bit of green to really all of the plants, just along that edge. And it gives it a little depth, a little something more than just the plain pastel green cardstock. Okay? And I did the same with all the furniture and things with the brown. And for that I used actually this wonderful Friar Brown, and this is Harmony ink pad. And then of course this wonderful chandelier, I cut that out of silver linen and just hung that from the inside top of this piece right here. This was a lot of fun to put together. The back panel right here, I used the ivy embossing folder, and I did that by just placing that back panel that we cut, the first one, and put it right here, and then just ran that through my machine. Now, the dies that we used to make the conservatory that were featured on yesterday's webisode, it is quite wide, and so you'll need a cutting die platform that is about 9 inches wide. So that's ones like the Big Shot Plus, which has a 9-inch wide platform. So you want to be aware of that before you order it, that the conservatory itself is extra wide. The other pieces that I'm showing you today all fit through a standard 6-inch platform. All right, so let's show you a couple other things that you can make with these fun dies. Here's a card, and I used just black cardstock to make my card base. And then I cut down a piece of the vellum with the windows on it. And then I used one of the silhouettes of a bride and groom, cut that out of white cardstock. And the little table and chairs came from the conservatory, the interior panel set. Used a script greeting dazzles from Hot Off the Press, little sticker up the top there. And how to glue vellum to black cardstock is always a little tricky. So I cheated a little bit, and I glued the vellum here behind the bride and groom. I also glued it down here behind the table. And then once I put my sticker down, I actually just took my finger and put a little bit of glue right behind where the sticker is. So that's how I got away without having to use a special glue. I just hid it. All right, so here on this last card, I wanted to show you another use for the Time to Celebrate die, just right here, and I just cut off the little end tabs. And this wonderful piece from the Interior Conservatory, we're going to put that on a card, just a piece of 12 by 12 cardstock that I cut down. We're going to put that there, and then we've also got this beautiful ivy piece, which is going to go right here. I really love white on white cards. I think they're just really elegant and they're very simple to do. And I cut the ivy piece just a little bit smaller. And then I've got some foam tape. Move the backs here of that. Got some foam tape on the back of this panel, and we're going to glue it just to that top there, so that way it's got a little bit of dimension. And the Time to Celebrate piece I'm just going to glue right here. Make sure you get glue on that panel, and then just on a couple of the pieces that are going to stick up so they're not floppy. Nope. I'm going to glue that even with the ivy base. Go. There you go. And just so quick and easy to do, and that white on white is just stunning. I'm going to make sure those little letters get connected. All right, so you guys, we've got a wonderful money saver on all of today's dies. Don't forget about yesterday's webisode where you can find more of this collection. Really, really wonderful. If you're watching us on our vlog page, just look to the right and you will find the Money Saver link. And if you're watching us on YouTube, then look in the description box below the video and you'll find a link to the Money Saver, and as well as a link to paperwishes.com, where you'll find lots more fun videos and things to play with. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.